Controversy surrounds the F1 sprint once again. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen locked in an off-track stewarding battle as well. A rear wing declared illegal, a lengthy process to find out the results. 24 laps ahead of us, a sprint race, crucial to the World Championship. Welcome to F1 Sprint Sao Paulo edition. The Formula One season moves away from Mexico City and down to Sao Paulo. It's the Sao Paulo Grand Prix at Interlagos. Just 4 races remain in the opening 5 weeks then. Sao Paulo before the first ever race in Qatar. 2-week break before Saudi Arabia if the track is finished on time. And Abu Dhabi on the 10th to the 12th of December rounds out this incredible season that has been dominated by Max Verstappen in terms of victories. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen leads by 19 points. It's match point for him this weekend at Sao Paulo. Lewis Hamilton has to win in order to keep his championship hopes alive. Valtteri Bottas has moved ahead of Sergio Perez. Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc in a battle for McLaren Ferrari supremacy as well sees Carlos Sainz 7th with Daniel Ricciardo 8th. Pierre Gasly 9th and Fernando Alonso rounds out the top 10. A staggering 252.5 points separate the top 10 in the standings. In the second page, it's Esteban Ocon on 46 points in a battle with Max Verstappen as well. Lance Stroll holding off Yuki Tsunoda. Russell is now separated between his teammate with Kimi Raikkonen getting points last time out in Mexico. Nicholas Latifi 17th. Giovinazzi the last driver with points. Still no points for Mick Schumacher or Nikita Mazepin, but of course Robert Kubica finishing 20th due to having a higher finishing position in the 2 races he did compared to Nikita Mazepin. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes leads the way by just a single point to Red Bull as well. It's closing up for Red Bull to try and do the double. Ferrari and McLaren locked in a battle over 3rd place as well. The battle for 5th and 6th still now exactly the same points between Alpine and AlphaTauri. Aston Martin in 7th are distant on their own. Williams securing 8th, Alfa Romeo 9th, and still no points on the board for Haas F1. The final sprint race of 2021 takes place here at Interlagos at the 2021 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Yep, everything getting ready for what's going to be a very exciting race. We'll get on to what happens with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen shortly as well. First off, though, let's head back in time and take a look at what happened yesterday in qualifying 3 that set the grid for today's sprint race. Green light is on and qualifying 3 is underway for the 2021 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. This session decides the grid for the sprint race come Saturday evening as well. Big question, are Red Bull sandbagging or have Mercedes turned up here to try and get something back after the Mexico Grand Prix? Lewis Hamilton has a 5-place grid penalty coming into this weekend's race. He has to start the main race on Sunday at best from 6th place. At worst, he could be outside the top 10. But the sprint race, of course, will factor in as to how quick Hamilton can be with a 24-lap dash for pole position tomorrow. Whoever takes the top in this session, though, will be awarded the Pirelli Speed King Award. I've asked for clarification as to why in this day and age, with so many female drivers around, why is it the Pirelli Speed King Award? And they've said it can be the Pirelli Speed King or the Pirelli Speed Queen Award. It's whoever wins
call
it.
it Pirelli Speed Monarch.
Yeah, to be fair, they should just call it the Pirelli Speed Award instead of the Pirelli Speed King Award or Queen Award. They just call it the Pirelli Speed Award. Or just call it pole position. Which it is. This is a traditional qualifying format. Just call it pole position.
It's like all pole award.
Yeah. This is all just a test as well for 2022. Looks like we're going to have it 6 times, this sprint race format. But this session in 2022 will set the grid for the main race on Sunday. But for this year, we have to put up with the annoying sprint qualifying race. And the Ross Brawn says it's not a qualifying. It's not a qualifying. Does it set the grid for Sunday? Yes, it's a qualifying session. It's a sprint qualifying race. Normally, if you want to try and brand it as F1 sprint, it doesn't work. It's a qualifying session. Honestly, I'm so frustrated with Ross Brawn at the moment. I thought he'd do good in Formula 1, and turns out he's being a cancer to it again.
Yeah.
It's just like when it's just like when he was at Ferrari as well, and all the team orders he had with Jean Todt and Rubens Barrichello and Schumacher, all those dirty tactics that Ross did in order to get the championship along with Jean Todt as well. And it grates on me as well, that because I started to love Ross Brawn. I loved Ross when he was running Mercedes and when also he was running Brawn GP. He rescued Honda, and that fantastic year, it was really good for Ross and Formula One as well. And then it's sort of being tarnished right now because it's like Ross doesn't know when to just leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
But anyway, we continue. Stefano Domenicali is actually the same. I'm surprised about how many ex-Ferrari people are running the FIA. There's a reason the FIA is called the Ferrari International Assistants.
They're just Ferrari.
Yeah. Jean Todt, ex-team principal Ferrari, runs the FIA, currently going to step down. Who runs Formula One? Oh, yeah, Stefano Domenicali, ex-team principal of Ferrari. Who's his number one man? Oh, yeah, Ross Brawn, ex-team manager and technical director at Ferrari.
It's just Ferrari at this point.
Yeah, it's getting annoying. Here they come, though, like lemons, out onto the circuit now. So they're all going out there straight away. All of the soft tyre as well in this session. Brand spanking new. I think that's Hamilton ahead of Bottas in this session. Verstappen and Perez jumping in, but Verstappen jumped out right behind the team Mercedes. And look how slowly they've passed the pit lane exit line. They are manually going so slow in order to try and get as much position. But the problem is they've waited 4 minutes in that pit lane.
This must be like this must what a car snail must look like.
No, I've seen that movie Turbo, and it's actually the snails are quite quick. It won the Indy 500, you know, that snail. I loved it when it came in for a pit stop, and because it's got no tyres, it's just a slug.
Shell stop.
Yeah. Oh no, what they did is they came into the pit stop, they lifted it up, and they just put like.
There is lots of cars in big traffic
oil?
behind you.
No.
So focus on your tires.
Yeah, when Turbo came into the pit lane for a pit stop, because it's got no wheels, they just gave him a big gulp of water, picked him up, and put Vaseline underneath him to give him more traction. So it was just a Vaseline strip. Fantastically funny as well. And that snail won the 500. I know, a snail won the 500. It's only happened in a kids' film. Then again, I am somebody who was told not to commentate on the Wreck-It Ralph races when we went to see it in the cinema.
Yes, you were.
It was very tempting.
It was my first cinema experience. I didn't need commentating over it.
I didn't commentate on it though.
Exactly.
I was told not to, but I wasn't going to anyway.
Exactly.
Was maybe commentating on it in my head.
I knew you were commentating in your head. Also, we would have got thrown out.
Why? I think it would have been added to it.
Because I don't think people...
Look, if David Croft could be Lofty Crofty in the Planes movie, I'm sure I could be something in a Wreck-It Ralph film, which is about eating things. Here we go then. Qualifying is underway. Lewis Hamilton doing the laps of the gods once again. He needs to be on pole position for the sprint race tomorrow. Can he have another attack mode down the back straight away? Opens up the DRS into Walker-Sina Lager as well. Charles Leclerc, fastest driver at the moment at 109.43.
Was I right before?
Could be. Ferrari looking quick there, but it's all about Hamilton and Verstappen right now. Hamilton's first sector time is 17.4. Verstappen's is a 17.5. They are closing down once again here at the moment as they run round turn 7 and 8, all trying to have the accelerator and the pace, Megan.
Look at
side, stop. Oh, and that's Alonso P2. Alonso 109.180. Alonso goes to second place. Fantastic time there from Fernando Alonso. Sainz Alonso 1-2. Pierre Gasly goes into top spots 108. And now Perez goes in as well. They're all finding time out there. Gasly goes top. Perez goes top. Heads Hamilton to the line. Can he briefly take away from what Perez did again? Yes, 108, 107. He's 7/10 faster. Surely that can't be right. Bottas goes second. He's 3/10 off. Verstappen slots into second place. 2/10 off. Hamilton, Verstappen 1-2. What a dominant lap from Lewis Hamilton. 108, 107. Another fantastic time on the board there from Lewis Hamilton.
Lando Norris goes into 7th. I certainly think that's not as exciting.
Ricardo 9th. Oh, Leclerc's on his lap time deleted by the stewards.
No!
That's going to be exciting. Leclerc, lap time deleted by the stewards, exceeding the track limits. So that is good night with Leclerc. And he's back into the pits as well, so he's going to do that all over again. After run number 1 then of qualifying 3, it's Hamilton, 108, 107, Verstappen, Bottas, Sergio Perez, Pierre Gasly, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, Danny Ricciardo, and Charles Leclerc.
Verstappen.
Tires overheating into 8.
Understood.
front tires.
Front tyres overheating there for Max Verstappen, and he is always, all of them are, on the softest rubber, the C4 tyre compound. So he's on the soft as well as he comes through. It's all go at the moment, isn't it? It's all attacking modes. I am loving this qualifying. But I'd like to point out, I'm not loving the sprint race format. I'm loving the qualifying because it's a normal qualifying session. If this was going forward for the race on Sunday, I'd be very excited. But we have to go through the boring sprint race procedure. Okay, all cars back into the pit lane then with 4:30 to go this session. As we close up then, it's Hamilton on top for Verstappen.
Right, so Norris goes into the pits now, along with everyone else. There's literally no one out right now. And it's for just cooling off the tyres.
Well, they'll get changed now. They've got
Ooh,
5 sets
that?
in this session to
Something-
go through. That's the air coolant that just came off the front there of Verstappen to try and
a
cool the
bit-
brakes down. It's off again, look. So that pipe's coming off to cool the brakes down.
There's a bit off on Verstappen's car.
Yeah, this is not looking great, is it, for Max Verstappen as he changes over. Look, those tyres are done now. They'll get used probably in the sprint race tomorrow or in free practice too.
Oh, that tyre looks the best, and I'm not sure whether that is his tyre.
Yeah, don't get them confused, boys. Unless they're Verstappen.
Front tires died completely in 8, so I lost a lot of time.
It's flat
So we
spotted
hit,
him.
yeah, he's flat spotted them, so he's locked up somewhere. So that's Verstappen saying over the radio the tyres died at turn 8. So he's got to keep them cool until that part of the track.
Do you know what I want that person to do that's holding the jack to keep it up? Just start jumping since it's weight, keeping it down, just like bouncy, bouncy.
Well,
go.
back in 2019 Monaco, the jack actually came off Lewis Hamilton's car and it ricocheted up and slammed down on the nose and it broke the actual monocoque and the carbon fibre nose. So it did, the mechanic took his weight off it, and because the car's unbalanced, it pushed down at the front and then just whack, just came right over as well. Like when you step off, it's like when you're,
Like a seesaw?
yeah, like when a seesaw's at the bottom and you're standing over it and someone goes to the other end and steps on it, it goes whack back up into
Oh,
you.
like in Home Alone.
Yeah, like in Home Alone, yeah. 2 minutes 46 to go. Here we go. Look, oh, they're going straight back out there. Okay, here
This
we
time-
go.
There was a car braking then too.
Yeah. Here we go again then. 2:35 left on the clock, and here come all the cars out once again. 2:30 to go in this qualifying session. All the cars coming back out onto the track. Beth saying as well, I love sprint races simply because it's an extra F1 to watch. Yeah, but don't say that to Peter Gasly, who hates the sprint races after he qualified 4th for the sprint in Monza, crashed, and had to start the race on 20th, and it ruined his race in Monza as well. But one thing, though, every single time we have had a sprint race, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen have crashed on the Sunday.
Yeah, it's really not a good thing for them.
So I'm really looking forward to this weekend's Grand Prix if they do crash. Reminder, after this, there's still 3 races to go as we go to Qatar,
Only
Saudi
3?
Arabia, and Abu Dhabi. Yeah, after this weekend, we take a week's break. So after this weekend, we go to Qatar, and then
And
we
a
take a
week's
week's break, and then we do in December 2 in a row with Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So we're getting to the tail end of the season now, guys, and it's looking forward to it. And then finally, I get a month off. Well, actually, I get 2 months off before we have to go to Formula E and start their season off as well. Also, looking at doing the pre-season testing for F1 next year, I realise I miss one of the Formula E races. So it looks like you and Ed will be commentating on that race together in that one because I won't be here. I think it's actually South Africa's Grand Prix. E-Prix.
Is Auntie Sam around?
I don't know. I think I'm not letting Sam anywhere near a microphone. I know exactly what Sam would be very energetic and very loud.
We probably get cancelled.
Yeah, Sam is hilarious. When are you next coming? I know you're probably watching. When are you next coming down? But no, never ever come near the commentary microphone. Don't think the internet could handle you, dear. As they come through as well.
I
Still,
barely could handle Jack.
yeah, they could barely handle Jack. What was Beth? What did you call Jack when he guested in Le Mans 24 Hour?
It was something.
It was something funny. Just put it in the chat if you remember. Lap times on then for the last 30 seconds of qualifying 3. Lewis Hamilton in that first sector time of 17.4. Verstappen at 17.7. I don't think they're improving, Megan. The track temperature's dropped. It's now 24 degrees. Air temperature 15. It looks like they're dropping away. Hamilton, though, 37 hundredths away from his own best time. It's starting to come back, but it's not looking great, is it, at the moment? Bottas improving. Perez improving as well. as Verstappen is further ahead. Can he improve on the times? Not too sure. 3, 2, 1. The checkered flag is out. Leclerc goes P5. First car to meet the checkered flag will, I think, be Carlos Sainz as he crosses the line. Yep, Sainz goes P4. 108.826 as well. Here comes Max Verstappen. Can he start on pole position? Hamilton's the 10th up in sector 2. Where did he find that time? Gasly goes across, goes P4. Verstappen can't do it. He starts second for the F1 sprint. Hamilton now coming up. Perez can't do it. He starts fourth. Lewis Hamilton is the Pirelli Speed King once again and now qualifies Max Verstappen by 0.4 of a second, and Brazil go wild for that. Hamilton on top on 107.934. A new lap as well. After being slow sector 1, he picked it up sector 2 and 3. And Alonso, lap time deleted for track limits. At turn 4, Alonso goes P10. So it's Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Perez, Gasly, top 5, followed by Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo and Alonso, the top 10 for the F1 sprint tomorrow. Almost action then here. Let's go for lap attack on the other side. We'll have all the latest news on Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen as we get ready for the F1 sprint. Join us after, but first off, let's take a look at lap attack at the Interlagos circuit as well. Let's take a look at the Autodromo Juan Carlos Palace as well, a 2.677 mile circuit, 15 turns in total, commonly known as Interlagos. This fantastic circuit been on the calendar since the 1960s. On board with the Mercedes from 2021. Good acceleration out of the last corner. 8th gear, 335 kilometers an hour as you approach the braking zone for turns 1 and 2. The Senna S. Down, 3rd gear, 130. 5th gear, 220 as you round turn 3. The curved hole. Down the Retroposto towards Casino de Laga. First DRS detection turn, then 8th gear, 335 kilometers an hour. Back on the brakes, slam down 4th gear, 175. Back up through turn 5, 7th gear at 275. Up now to the top of the hill at Ferradura. Down now, 5th gear, 220 kilometers an hour to the braking zone. It's the first hairpin down at turn 8. Down now, 3rd gear, 120 kilometers an hour. Back on the power ever so gently as you rise up the hill towards Magullo at turn 10. 5th gear, 210 kilometers an hour as you ride through turn 11 before into turn 12 and the second checkpoint for sector 2. Juncao down now, 3rd gear, 130 kilometers an hour. Back up the hill through turn 13 before coming through the boxes corner at turn 14. 7th gear, 270 kilometers an hour. Open up the DRS once again. Back up 8th gear, 330 kilometers an hour. That is a lap of Interlagos. For the third and final time in 2021, Formula One will introduce the F1 Sprint. A 24-lap showdown around the Sao Paulo Interlagos circuit as well. A 4.309 kilometre circuit, the F1 Sprint is going to be, for once, very, very exciting. 24 laps ahead of us, that's 100 kilometres max around this track as well. Your point system, the pole position sitter gets 3 points, the second gets 2, third gets third. The results define Sunday's grid. And it is a very different looking grid. We'll get to that in just a second time as well. F1 Sprint makes its third appearance on the F1 calendar. It delivered interesting races last time out at the British Grand Prix, but it's not really been given that much of an interesting one at the Italian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, excluded from qualifying, sees the grid go to Max Verstappen starting on pole position, Valtteri Bottas alongside him. Row 2 sees Sergio Perez alongside Pierre Gasly. Row 3, an all-Ferrari affair, Carlos Sainz alongside Charles Leclerc. Row 4 sees Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo. Row 5 sees Fernando Alonso alongside Esteban Ocon, very much is 2x2 in the top of the field. Row 6 sees Sebastian Vettel start 11th and Yuki Tsunoda start in 12th place. And moving down, row 7, Kimi Raikkonen alongside Antonio Giovinazzi. Row 8 sees Lance Stroll and Nicholas Latifi. And row 9 sees George Russell and Mick Schumacher with the 10th row of the grid, seeing Nikita Mazepin alongside Lewis Hamilton.
That'll be interesting.
It's all been blowing up in the past 2.5 hours here because
the new way they did that.
I did. It's been there all the time. But let me just get this straight as well. Lewis Hamilton is to start from the back of the grid after being disqualified from the results of qualifying. It was determined that the DRS gap in the rear wing was larger than the 85 millimetres. It did not meet the regulations. Hamilton sent to the back of the grid. But Max Verstappen, who many believed could have caused an issue, has been fined €50,000 for touching and examining the rear of car 44 when it was under Parc Fermé conditions in qualifying yesterday as well. It is all up in the positioning as well. It is all going up. Verstappen on the mediums, Perez, Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo, Alonso, Vettel, Stroll, Russell and Hamilton. So Hamilton has gone for the medium tyre. Everyone else, I think, starting on the soft compound tyre. But Megan, Fernando Alonso, top 3 practice 2. He starts 9th on the grid, and you missed it as well. The one session of the year you don't do, and you missed it.
I rewatched it. I was busy.
Yeah, to be fair, you were. Coming in as well.
I've only got one thing to do, for my laptop was at 14%, so I can't do it now. I had 1 bit left to do on my occupiers liability law work.
Yeah, it's all getting ready to go as well. For this session, reminder, it's a sprint qualifying, so 24 laps ahead of us. At the end of this, we'll have the action as well. Ian Birch will be joining us maybe throughout the race as well, depending on what happens. We've got his headset set up as well. And I remind you all that even though we can't hear him because our internet is still playing up and we can't access the Discord at the moment as well, or set up anything else, me and Megan have spent the last couple of hours trying to set up different voice things. We cannot have access to Josh Plays, but I implore you all, go to the Discord with the link and listen to his race control messages as well. And I'm sure in the group chat he'll tell us anything that we need to know. But right now, me and Meg's got it covered. Meantime, with the sprint as well, all getting ready to go forward. So, here we go then, all set to go. Lewis Hamilton starting at the back. Megan, it's going to be an interesting one.
It will be. It's certainly going to be interesting between him and Mazepin.
Yeah, Mazepin starting 19th on the grid. Hamilton starting P20 as well. Reminder, we've got track limits down there as well at turn number 4. But Ayrton Senna himself described Interlagos as one of the trickiest racetracks he's ever driven at as well. He won here twice, once stuck in 5th gear. What is the sprint going to deliver today? Verstappen starts on the mediums. Bottas is on the softs. Perez is on the mediums. Gasly, Sainz on softs as well. Then further down, medium for Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo, and Alonso too. Ocon on the softs. Vettel medium. Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi on softs there as well. And then we get the rest of them are on mediums as well. There's Stroll, Latifi, Russell, Schumacher, Mazepin and Hamilton currently starting on that one open as well. It's looking to be an interesting one.
Also, it's 2x2 again, a lot of the field right now.
2x2 at the moment, and we're getting ready. I haven't got TweetDeck open, but I do have it access, and I do see your tweets, Josh, when you at me, so it should be working. But just put them in the group chat as well, and we'll put them in here and we'll see as well. Getting ready then. 24 laps, Megan. The formation lap officially started. I'll just press that button so it shows the formation lap graphic. It's a track you can overtake at, so it should be quite an interesting sprint compared to the boring one we saw at Silverstone and the really boring one we saw at Monza, where apart from lap 1, nothing ever happened.
No, you haven't missed the start, and it's just a formation lap, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're absolutely fine, Em. You have not... No, Em, you have not missed the start. This is the formation lap. They are coming into Zhangzhou now, or Zhangzhou as it should be called, which is the 3rd gear, 130 kilometers an hour corner, 2 by the 2 at the start. Oh, it's formation lap, thank God. Don't worry, we're all fine. They see even the systems graphics are going wrong. In terms of points gained in the sprint, Max Verstappen's gained 5, Bottas 4, Lewis 2, Ricciardo 1, and strangely, no points for Lando Norris.
Why do they include him then?
I'll tell you why, because he finished 4th in the F1 sprint in Monza, but officially finished 3rd because Bottas got the grid penalty. Yeah. So Lando Norris, the only one who can be included in finishing 3rd, but doesn't get any points for the sprint.
I hope he gets points today.
Yes, hopefully.
Or wouldn't it be interesting for him to actually start on pole position?
It would be up there, and it would certainly be interesting. Tension rises here in Sao Paulo. Lewis Hamilton is going to make the entire field wait. Josh Plays also says will be interesting with Hamilton at the back. It certainly will. Track temperature 35 degrees. It's just gone down one. Air temperature is 16 degrees as well. We are all getting set for the F1 sprint as well. The third and final time this year we are going to have this experimental format. It's going to change for 2022, but either way, for once, I'm actually looking forward to this for one very good reason. Lewis Hamilton, starting at the back, has to get as many places as he can because he has a 5-place grid penalty. Verstappen and Perez have an opportunity to lead the Constructors' Championship. The third and final F1 sprint is under starters' orders. It's action for the F1 sprint. Great start for Bottas. Verstappen's got a terrible start. Bottas leads into the center S. The lights went out very, very quickly. It's caught Verstappen out. It's a great start for Charles Leclerc. Hamilton is already up, I think, 4 places. He's ahead of Russell. A brilliant start from Lewis
just got
Hamilton.
ahead of Latifi.
Brilliant start from Lewis Hamilton as well. As here comes Charles Leclerc. As Sainz dives out the inside. And he's gone. Off goes Verstappen. Verstappen's off for Garcia Delaga. He hit the grass as well. Has he kept it going? Yes, he has. But a terrible start for Verstappen. He was caught out, Megan, by the lights changing so quickly.
I tell you what, in about 10 seconds, Hamilton managed to go from 20th to 16th.
Very quick lights out. The 5th light came on and immediately, like a click of your finger, they're out. Alonso battling now as well with Antonio Giovinazzi. Hamilton's up 4 places and where he started, Alonso locks up. And the 2 Alphas nearly run into each other. That's Alfa Romeo, not Alfa Tauris together. That's Giovinazzi and Raikkonen still holding positions. But what a fantastic start from Lewis Hamilton. He's already on the back of Yuki Tsunoda as they come round Zhangzhou.
Which is lucky because Tsunoda's just been passed by Stroll, so Stroll still has some time to get past Raikkonen.
No DRS at the moment until the end of the 3rd lap, and look at that, Leclerc having to go defensive. Lando Norris on his 22nd birthday trying to go around the outside, hasn't worked off there. There is a yellow flag somewhere on the track. It was in sector 2, but it's gone green now, and no, it hasn't. It's Kimi Raikkonen who is facing the wrong way at the centre S. Raikkonen drops to the back. That puts Hamilton up into 14th place, Megan. So already, that's a great start for Hamilton, but now they're starting to get spread out. But crucially, Verstappen had a bad start. Bottas got the jump, and now Bottas can control the field for the rest of the sprint race.
And Sainz is in 2nd.
Yeah, 23 laps to go. Sainz 2nd. Let's take a look at what happened to Kimi Raikkonen. The two, don't tell me it's teammates. It's teammates. Giovinazzi hit the side of Raikkonen after Raikkonen locked up, and Hamilton nearly run into the side of him.
That was Antonio.
Megan, what's rule 1?
Don't hit your teammate.
Rule 2?
Read rule 1.
Josh has just texted me saying the end of lap 1, Hamilton P15, Verstappen P3. It's the disruption we wanted. It's the disruption it's giving as Verstappen now has to try and catch up as Bottas sets the fastest lap. 1:12.973. I tell you what, I'm liking the F1 sprint when it gives us action like this. It's come at the right time. It's maximum disruption to the championship. Well, right now, it'll keep the point as 19 points in the championship. It'll increase to 20. Let's have Verstappen.
The stupid gear sync all the time.
Verstappen's reporting gear sync issues. Maybe that explains what happened at the start. He had a very strange lights out. Those lights, however, went out incredibly quickly.
They did. I was even shocked at how quickly they went out because we barely had any time to react.
I was still talking, and they just went out immediately. The 5th light was on for a half a nanosecond.
I think someone must have accidentally pressed the button and thought, oh, I can't change this now.
Yeah, so it was just literally go or go. So we've got our driver tracker working as Lewis Hamilton trying to have a go at the back now of Yuki Tsunoda. Problem is, though, as well, this is what we saw in the sprint. Very energetic. This is what we saw in Monza with the F1 sprint. Very energetic start, but then they all close up. Yeah, they all close up together. But DRS is about to start as well. So this could become another advantage if Hamilton can find something. But look at Verstappen. Verstappen's got the DRS. He's going to go for Carlos Sainz. Moves to the inside, down towards the centre S. And that is Sainz dealt with brilliantly for Verstappen. DRS activated now. The battle is over. 21 to go. Hamilton round the outside of Tsunoda. Tsunoda's going to squeeze him as much as he can. Hamilton Hamilton deep in the braking zone, runs a little bit too deep as well. He got caught in the toe of Giovinazzi. He's got the DRS now as well to accelerate out of the curve to Sol, down the retroposter towards Casino Delaga. He's going to swing to the inside and easily deal with the Alpha. Oh, he thought about it, but Giovinazzi was too far ahead.
It is scary how good Hamilton is.
Yeah. And
Right
he's
now,
still on it.
especially.
He's still on the back of Giovinazzi.
7 places in 4 laps.
That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Don't forget he's got a 5-place grid penalty, but that's okay. A lot of action still to maintain.
determined.
He's more than maintained. Turn 1 is in between 7 and 9, noted by the stewards according to Josh. Take a look at the start.
Replay.
Lights out. It was an okay getaway, but in the
start for Verstappen.
Yes, look at that. Terrible start as well, actually, by Pierre Gasly. He dropped back massively. Great start from Bottas. The second phase of the start was brilliant for him, but Verstappen just sunk like a stone. And then he had more problems when Sainz got past him on the run into Casino de Laga.
Yeah, I think that's around about now. Yeah, here it is.
Our tyre temperatures are
He
good
just
for
gets
pushing.
past him.
We've got
I
2
think
cars
he
ahead of
must
you
have
on soft.
accidentally just like done
Ricardo
something with the
0.5
brake. Oh, bit of
behind,
contact
1.6
between
ahead.
Verstappen and Sainz. There was.
Wheel
It's
to
like-
wheel.
I feel like that wasn't completely an accident.
Good thing is, it may have caught us.
That's a warning.
May have caught us by surprise to start, but these drivers are revving their engines at about 11,000 RPM as soon as the third light comes on. So as soon as the fifth goes out, it's literally just drop the accelerator and go.
See how quick it was.
That light actually seemed to be on longer there than we actually saw it, so that was weird. But well, I'll note that down for tomorrow. Lights go out very quick here in Brazil as well.
It's going to be 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights, 0.
As they come through now as well.
Right, so, see, here's a replay.
This is
And
Sainz battling. Does he hit
Yes.
him? Oh, wrong. Oh, no. Same turn on board with
Okay.
Verstappen.
Let's see.
So Sainz on the inside. Yes, there was.
Use special for last corner.
Did he actually back out of it, Verstappen? Do you reckon there was
behind
rear
on the same
contact
compound,
between the
with
wheels and he
DRS
dived
now.
over at the front?
I reckon he was trying to go around the corner, though he didn't expect Sainz to be that close. And
Sainz having to go defensive as
Oh.
Perez looked to the inside, down towards turn 1 of the centre S as well. Late on the brakes, if anything, but he's holding it.
Giovinazzi? Oh, no.
Hamilton.
Giovinazzi's been passed by Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton's done the fastest lap at
I thought he was
1:12.
doing 12. Seriously, what did Hamilton have for breakfast? I mean, I would say, did he have Red Bull? Though I think after the drama the past 2 days, I don't think he's going to be very happy with that.
I think he's having a bit more than that at the moment as well as it keeps coming through. Sainz and Perez holding each other up, trying to go. Josh Pace says turn 1 incident involving 7 and 99, no investigation necessary. So they get away from it already. As they fly back, Mercedes make it a very good choice putting the softs on for Bottas.
Gap behind 2.7 to Sainz.
Adam says, fully enjoy Josh and Megan. Don't worry, we will. M says, I put my alarm for 5. I put 5 alarms on for this. Well, you haven't missed it. Don't worry.
Do you know, I do the same thing. Except that's just my normal alarm.
Stefan said, very good point. Bottas on the soft tyres. Hamilton was fitted with the mediums. Hamilton's good later on, but Verstappen sets the fastest lap on a 1:12, 1:87. Gaps beginning to change between the two now as we're on board with Hamilton, who's going after Alonso. Both have DRS into the centre S. Don't think there's going to be a move on here. Maybe down to the second half of the track to make a move. But not sure what else is going to happen on it as they keep on attacking. And look at Hamilton still in that DRS. Hamilton can't get through at Casino de Laga, so backs out of it. Who's behind those? Sonoda and Giovinazzi having a bit of a battle.
Oh no, Hamilton is behind Alonso.
I know.
I can't watch.
Yeah, which one? Yeah, so come back to the screen, Megan. Come back to the
I
screen.
want Alonso to win.
on the braking.
Perez radio.
Copy. Mode
Some
9.
getaway.
Mode 9 now.
Well, this is the battle also right now we're watching between Vettel and Ricciardo, 9th and 10th as things stand as well. Hamilton's on the back of this little battle with Alonso. We're on board now with Checo Perez. He's running P4, 5 tenths behind Carlos Sainz and only a second back to Charles Leclerc. So watch Perez's rear wing. Ferrari says Sainz struggling with tyres. So this is not great news for Sainz.
You're going to do that if you collide with a Red Bull.
Graphics have gone, but we're still got him. As here comes, look at this. Perez going to have a go on the inside line. Has he managed to get ahead of Carlos Sainz? I can't see any Ferrari with him on board. No, he's too far behind. So that off-board angle was not the right one to have a look.
I saw a Ferrari behind him.
Coming through then. No, I didn't see that one about
Norris
used tyres.
behind that.
Well, sorry, what?
With Norris behind him.
Yeah, Norris is closing in on him as well. They're so aggressive at the moment, aren't they? These
They
drivers.
really are.
It's literally punch, bang, wallop. I said bank for some reason. I think I'm on the weakest link. This is Lewis Hamilton getting past Fernando Alonso to the inside, and Alonso drops down to 12th, Hamilton to 11th.
In Max's case, it is bank.
Yeah.
Dig deep into it.
Yeah, TV direction is not good at the moment, but Hamilton passes Alonso on the pitch straight, and they missed it on the board there as well. 17 laps to go for the F1.
Mazepin lap time deleted.
Oh,
for track
dear.
limits turn 4.
Of course, this is a qualifying session, but it doesn't really do much overall.
Yeah, it doesn't
This
really.
is a sprint race format, so you have to race on as well as they go through. I'm really enjoying this one. Look at that, the dark clouds and sort of the haze approaching Sao Paulo. Perez has the DRS once again as they come down towards the centre rest, but look at that, Lando Norris attacking Charles Leclerc. They're almost in the pit wall together. Lando dives down the inside. Leclerc does an aggressive defending, and that was almost a David Coulthard-esque move on Leclerc.
He's not giving up.
No, Leclerc sliding out of Curva de Sol down the retroposter as well. Lando's going to have to move. Leclerc goes defensive. Lando goes to the outside. They nearly touch. Leclerc did that with Vettel back in 2019. This time Lando was wise to it and brilliantly goes right round the outside at Casino de Laga. Beautiful move. Beautiful.
He was not fooled. He made it look like he was going that side and then quickly moved back.
Hamilton's on the back of Ricciardo now. This is for P10, so Hamilton's having a go. I tell you what, I think this is a great example of reverse grid races might actually just work as Hamilton's moved up 9 places.
Tell you what, this is a nice little preview to what would have been the race.
Yeah,
Like the first half an hour.
yeah, this is basically the first half of the race. Then we have a very long red flag period, and then we go again.
Yeah.
But minus 5 places where Hamilton is. 15 laps to go. The rain clouds, Megan. Have you noticed? They're just hovering over the circuit at the moment. It's got darker since this race
I think
started.
they think it's an actual race.
Yeah, and that Sainz going very wide through turn 1. Perez took an aggressive line, but that's going to leave Sainz aggressively defending down the back straight away as well.
Great job. Let's go.
Back down
Perez
now.
next.
That's Norris on the radio. Into Casino de Laga. Sainz holding aggressive. Perez can't get through. So trying to slipstream. Here comes Hamilton though. And they're all just trying to look for a way through, but the DRS is not working through this part of the track, Megan.
It really isn't. I think Hamilton's better, like, going off a straight. Like now, he's better getting through on people when you're coming off a straight and he's a bit closer.
Up to Ferradora, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Tell you what, this type of circuit really works. I think we should have F1 sprint on short tracks. Like,
It's more exciting.
yeah, let's have it in Austria. Let's have it here in Interlagos, and let's have it a couple of other short tracks as well, where overtaking is good.
I tell you what, it'll be interesting to see it at Monaco.
Not really, it'll just be exactly the same, won't it? Qualifying is the best thing about Monaco because it jumbles up the grid.
I know.
Hamilton
though,
is now the
I
car
would
behind.
love
He
to
could
see
create
how
an
dramatic
opportunity
it
here as
gets.
well.
At least just once.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I think they're going to keep it away from Monaco because they know don't bite the hand that feeds you. As they come through as well. Look at this, Hamilton now on the attack as well, trying to get past Danny Ricciardo on the inside. In fact, look at that, Lewis Hamilton. It's like dangling a piece of steak in front of a lion. He can see the 3 in front of him, and he's just going to bite and
Yeah.
get through them all.
Or like a shark with a bunch of fish or
Yeah,
seals.
look at that. Ocon, then Vettel, then Ricciardo, right in front of Lewis Hamilton. And he is a lion.
Or
Do
a rabbit
not,
with carrots.
yeah, do not underestimate Lewis Hamilton. He is a lion. He can bite and get his way through the field quite quickly. He's taking his time, saving his tyres, and just letting them all bunch back up together. And then he'll make his move. But I'm worried about these dark rain clouds that keep approaching the top of the circuit. It's getting a bit weird.
It'll be fine. Trust me.
Look
it won't
at-
rain yet.
Yeah, so there it is. Look,
Laps to go.
as it stands.
15 to go, 15.
As it stands, Verstappen will be on 314.5 points. Hamilton 293.5. That'll take it up to a 21-point gap in the standings going into tomorrow's race. But Hamilton would start 17th on the grid if it was now 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, Sainz goes very wide again through turn 1. Perez tried to go to the inside, and it didn't work again. Sainz has got that aggressive line to the centre rest done, and Perez keeps falling for it lap after lap.
He does keep falling for it. Though I've noticed I've adopted just like, your
Yeah.
type of like movement of just swaying.
You've done the Murrayism moving around, yeah. Hamilton is so far
Got into a
now.
rhythm now. I don't want to stop.
Hamilton is right on the back of Danny Ricciardo as well. He's going to start trying up the hill to Felladora, top of the hill. I'm wondering if we're going to see an aggressive move now again, trying to have the same positions as they come through. On the used tyres, however, Bottas, Sainz,
7 behind.
Gasly,
Energies are 5%
and Stroll.
down compared to FP2. You're doing great.
So they're the drivers on used tyres.
A bit less Ricky, please.
Copy.
Just got a
Understood.
pain where my ring is.
So I got that. It's fine. It's because you're moving around. So look, it's doing it now. So they're the drivers on used tyres that Josh has said. Bottas, Gasly, Vettel, Stroll,
Oh,
and Gasly. Did you say? Say Gasly. What do you want about Megan? What have you noticed?
Hamilton is
Oh,
about
look,
to
he's
pass
got, yeah.
Ricciardo.
Look how close he is as well. He's got the DRS. He's going to have that manoeuvre done right round the outside into the centre S as well. Ricciardo's not going to back out, and that gave Hamilton a right race. Brilliant job from Hamilton. He's up into P10. He starts 16th on the grid then.
He is very, very close to Vettel right now.
He is, and we're half distance in the F1 sprint, by the way. So we've done halfway, 12 down, 12 to go here, and they're all just starting to push as much as they can, as fast as they
Please
can, as
update
hard
your
as they
tyre
can.
switch.
You can see a replay of Hamilton going around the outside of Ricciardo and just basically gliding like a gazelle.
Bottas is about to be crowned as well, the F1 sprint champion. He won the sprint in Monza,
How many sprints has he won?
and he's going to win the race here today, the sprint here today. So he won Monza, but didn't start on pole position, but still won Monza. Now he's going to win this one as Vettel is under pressure as well from Hamilton. Hamilton looked up the inside, coming into the Bico de Pato corner. Now out of Mogullo at turn 11, up towards Junshao, which is the junction corner, before coming onto the Subaru boxes. Exit as well. Hamilton is all over the back of Vettel as well here, and the setting sun of Sao Paulo. And here comes the DRS as well. He looks a little bit too far behind there this time, Megan. Vettel's pulled something out in that little gap.
First of all, isn't this like the third sprint race?
Yes,
Yeah, so that means that Bottas can basically be crowned the king of sprint races.
as I said.
Yeah. And it's...
Now who's repeating?
Well,
The front is going to be quicker
I've
than
also
what I
noticed
expected.
something.
In the film braking.
Whenever there's a sprint race, have you noticed how there's always a Mercedes penalty?
And there's always clashes between Verstappen and Hamilton. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said that on the Grid Network show
Like
about
it
an hour ago.
does.
Yeah, it's very, very weird. There's maximum disruption in the championship orders. So it's lap number 14 of 24. We've got 11 laps to go as well as they keep on coming. As look at that, Hamilton is just gaining. So if Hamilton passes Vettel, he'll start 15th on the grid tomorrow. So it's not over yet. And Hamilton could actually, this could work well for Hamilton. He could still be on the podium tomorrow. It's not impossible.
10 laps to go now in the sprint race.
Where did
and
those last 5 laps go?
talking.
I'll tell you what, though, this F1 sprint, it does go by incredibly quickly. And do you know what? I wish they were half race distances. Which is
Don't.
but look at how close Verstappen's got now to the back of Valtteri Bottas. They've got
Don't attack.
Oh,
Too much braking, turn 10,
Hamilton
the
round
rest is
the
looking fine.
outside. Hamilton gets past Sebastian Vettel into the centre S. Hamilton up to 9th. This is reminding me when Jenson Button fought his way through the field in 2009 to take the World Championship. He finished 5th that day, doing fantastic manoeuvres at the centre S. Hamilton is doing a Button drive at the moment. And let me tell you something, when it comes to winding up Max Verstappen, Hamilton knows exactly what buttons to push. He's pushing one now. Bottas is being wing commander Bottas, and he's now holding up Verstappen as well, trying to back him into the back path of Sainz. The gap 14.7 now.
Is it bad that, for some reason, I really want someone to crash?
Well, we had a safety car in Monza on the opening lap, so it doesn't really go forward and work well that quickly.
Yeah, though now.
Yeah, 9 to go in the F1 sprint. Look, so 9 laps to go. As Bottas versus Verstappen for the race, well, for the sprint win and for pole position tomorrow. That's the
So
crazy
Verstappen
thing.
might have DRS.
Bottas has been told Verstappen's ahead with the DRS, but here comes Lewis Hamilton. He's got that look in his eye once again. Fresh meat in the form of Esteban Ocon, and he gets through. Hamilton to 8th place as well. Now he's got 3 seconds. No, actually less than that. 1 second to get to Gasly, and it's battle on.
Trying to pass him.
No, he didn't, did he? He is a tiger. And look at this. The rain clouds are circulating the back of Sao Paulo. And here comes the attack. Here comes the position as we head from Verstappen.
Bide your time, Max.
Patience, Max. You've still got time.
So Crofty says as well, patience, Max. You've still got time. Again, 9 to go. About to come 8 to go.
I think Mercedes should be saying that to Lewis.
What? Why?
Patience, Lewis. You can't go through the field like it's just like you're the leading car.
Oh, it's fireworks.
Oh, like you're the leading car, and they're all just blue flagged.
So here they go then. Once
What it reminds
again,
me
Verstappen's got the DRS this time on Valtteri Bottas up
Gasly
towards
ahead,
turn
so
number 1.
soft.
You won't get it.
No, doesn't do it. Tried to look up the inside. Didn't get through.
I think he's observing now. He's like he's browsing in a shop.
If Bottas takes out Verstappen, that will be one of the most controversial moves I think we will see this season, because it will prove Bottas working as a wingman. Here comes Hamilton, this time on Pierre Gasly. Again, reel them in. Go fish, says Lewis Hamilton. Sends it up the inside and gets past Gasly. Hamilton to P7. 5 places back. That would put him 12th on the grid.
I was about to do that thing. I always say, though I'm not gonna say it. Yeah. If this was the actual race right now, then in 17 laps, Lewis has gone up 13 positions, and he would have reached first.
Yeah, so honestly, this is going to be a situation where Hamilton's going to be right in the mix tomorrow. Do not count out Lewis Hamilton. Maybe the championship isn't dead.
It's for telling. Certainly.
There's
Topping will
fireworks
report
going out outside the commentary box as well. You can listen now. Wait, I was trying to, Megan. Just look at this. Bottas trying to get past the outside now as well. He's got 1 second to them now, Megan, as well. So a second between them. There's the fireworks at the back of the commentary box as well.
Oh, that sounds odd.
Signs saying my tyres are going as well, but the fireworks at the back, they're going off a little bit too early, aren't they, Megan?
More like a little bit too late. I mean, it was bonfire night. How many nights ago? 8.
Yeah, it was a week and a day ago.
And they were a day early for the,
Either that, or
race.
we've got people on our field trying to sell some products, to which we'll be calling a certain police officer as they come through. Then, it's a Saturday evening, isn't it?
Yeah, typical.
Stefan says as well that wouldn't be the first time Bottas has taken somebody out of the race, and you're absolutely right there as well. As M says, why did Hamilton start from the back of the grid is because of the DRS. Josh Plays to say it again. Yes, he got disqualified from qualifying, meaning he'd start at the back. Just, however, for the sprint race. They're incredibly close, though, which is worrying me. I suppose we'll see them later on. Lap time deleted for Sebastian Vettel. Track limits at turn 4. Josh Plays as centres.
Maybe someone was away during bonfire night and then he just got back.
Weird time to do them, but all right.
Yeah, but it's been raining every other night, hasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. As talking of rain, the clouds seem to have disappeared over here at Sao Paulo, and now with the sunshine beginning to break back through down the Retroposta towards Ticino de Larga, so
That grass is really bright.
yeah, it is, isn't it? It's game on once again as Bottas tries to hold off. Look, listen to this. There are the fireworks going off at the side of the commentary box. Right there. Either that or we're under attack by Max Verstappen fans who have criticised us saying that Max might have broken the rear wing.
His tyres a breather, will attack again.
So, yeah, fireworks in the background of the commentary box. There goes another one. There you go. There's a massive event or something going on outside this commentary box, I'm telling you, because all we can hear is fireworks left, right and centre.
Either that or someone that's bashing a dustbin, really loud.
No, that's fireworks. You can hear it. So fireworks off the track, fireworks on the track.
6 laps to go. His softs are going to be hurting.
Hubert.
Softs are going to be hurting, according to Sergio Perez. So it's all go now. Fireworks off the track in the commentary box. Fireworks on the tracks as well.
Is it bad I wanted to do the EastEnders theme? I've always wanted fireworks to just do something during the EastEnders theme.
5 laps to go. They did that on the 30th anniversary.
Did they?
Yeah. 5 laps to go in the F1 sprint as well. The battle on between between Bottas and Verstappen. But right now the battle for third is on. Sainz trying to hold on to that point that is so crucial in the championship. Perez diving up the inside for Red Bull, trying to have the advantage in the constructors.
0.8 ahead, he does not have DRS.
What's
Ricardo
that?
0.8 behind.
What are you-
I just saw like a little square, like this kind of like drop thing. Is it raining?
I doubt it's raining.
Is it
'cause-
spitting?
No, it looks dry in this part of the track.
So what was that kind of like hexagon?
Could be a
hexagonal
reflection. It
thing?
could be a reflection of the sun hitting the camera lens as well.
We
'cause
weren't
there's-
in the sun.
No, there was a little bit of sun down there at the track. It's not raining because we would have had Bottas and Verstappen. Verstappen starting to close in as well. It's correct according to the timing screen. Our driver tracker froze. Look, it's coming back. That proof right there, everybody, that we're not making it. We have actually got problems with our Wi-Fi lag systems here this weekend as well. So the driver tracker's gone wrong. Our entire stream went wrong. There we go. We're back with it.
and Sainz fighting ahead. Let's still try.
Seriously,
4 laps to go.
Yeah, okay.
is that paint or something?
Not sure. So now look, whizzing around now as it tries to catch up with itself.
That's moving quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the shark fin on the back of Sainz and Perez. This car is moving around an awful lot, moving like crazy actually into the back half of the track
Is
as
it
well.
windy?
The wind is quite high out there as well, 0.5 meters per second. That's quite fast. Josh has sent through that risk of rain for the session is 0%, so it's not raining out there.
So
It must have been the sun hitting the camera angle of the lens. As we still see the battle for third place, Sainz versus. But look at how dark it is at the back of the track. I've seen brighter concerts.
You can't tell me that's 0%. I mean, I would put that at very high.
That is good. If that wind has blown in as well, it must be starting to rain. It has to be starting to rain.
See.
Yeah. Oh no, that's definitely the sun.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's definitely the sun as well. That's causing that. Nothing else.
I'm half expecting there to be a rainbow any second.
I don't know. I can't see Zippy or Bungle or George anywhere near, so I think we'll be okay. As the action continues, penultimate lap of the F1 sprint. There's 2 laps to go. Our timing screens, by the way,
I
have
spotted
completely frozen.
George.
All right, Russell. Yeah, all right. Our timing screens are frozen actually up here in the comms box. Now it updates itself. 2 to go. Bottas leads 1.113 to Verstappen, and he will at the moment take pole position. Somebody's interfering with our stream, so we apologise for it glitching.
It's probably the fireworks.
Yeah, look at that. Sainz is having an attack now. Sainz desperately trying to fend. Here comes Sergio Perez, though. He's trying to get a slipstream run up the hill. Can he get anything into
Frozen.
Casita Lager? No, he cannot at the moment.
Frozen.
Yeah, I noticed. I can't do anything. Everything's frozen. Someone's messing up my system. As they come through into the braking zone now as well. And it's all go at the moment, Megan.
Right, so just
Keep an eye
like
on your budget.
gap between.
Yes, that's let me drive.
Just let me
Gaz's
drive.
radio.
From Gasly, and Hamilton is catching up on Norris right now. Feels odd just to say Norris. It's just usually just like a Lando.
Battle on. Hamilton looking to the inside. Will Lando let Lewis through? It may as well, because he'll get his grid position back for tomorrow. Last lap then of the F1 sprint for 2021.
I'd let him through just to see what happens.
Well, if Hamilton gets let by Norris will still get 5th place back for the sprint race tomorrow, right? So for the main race tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, I would just let him through.
I think it's going to be declared, however, a nil point as the battle still running in towards turn 1. Hamilton looking to the inside. Norris goes defensive. Hamilton goes for it and makes up to 5th position. What a fantastic move from Lewis Hamilton.
Wait.
It secures him in the position of the championship standings at the moment, Megan.
I am so confused right now to what the timing screen says. Right, so it is the
P3's on the
final
cards.
lap. And it really is very dark out there.
It's insanely dark out there as well. Let us know if we're broadcasting. We've had a little bit of an error as well, so let us know if we are broadcasting. We haven't gone off air. It's still up there as well with 1 to go.
Pausey, isn't it?
Yeah, Valtteri Bottas comes out of the last couple of corners as well to go full forward to victory. Valtteri Bottas, for the 2nd time this year, takes the checkered flag and wins an F1 sprint race. He becomes the F1 sprint champion. However, he denies Max Verstappen 3 points and he puts him on pole position for the Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton has done one of the great backdrop drives, started 20th, finishes 5th, starts 11th on the grid. Unbelievable. Look at that. Sainz holds off for 3rd, Perez 4th, and a round of applause to Lewis Hamilton, who has finished an amazing 5th. Who will mean he starts 11th on the grid tomorrow, and he keeps this World Championship alive. The fans can rejoice because the title is still on. What's that old phrase? Lewis Hamilton? He's got 99 problems. The FIA ain't one. Bottas on pole for the F1 sprint. Here he is.
Brazil. Well done, Valtteri. Tires for the car at the end. It's just the right amount of lap. Good job, guys. Great job, Valtteri. Great start. Great job, Valtteri. Great job.
Oh, bravo, Valtteri Bottas.
That was a great one, actually. The Brazilian goal. I can't actually see the YouTube live stream. It won't keep coming back to me. Our internet has now completely failed.
That's it.
Yeah, I've got nothing on my end. We're streaming.
Oh, I have.
Well, we're streaming.
I can see from yours, so you don't.
I know why it's happening because I keep getting. I've got all my messages coming through now. My Twitter's gone nuts, so I've got to delete. I've got to go through all these messages that just come through, and it's affected the phone. So I think it's backlogged the system. So even that system doesn't work. Take us through the result. Oh, there's something.
It's not over yet.
Well, it certainly isn't.
Battle on. He starts 11th on the grid
So
tomorrow.
far, Fernando is winning the most overtakes by 1 point
To
with
Verstappen.
106 to Vettel. Vettel has 106. Fernando has 107.
All going through then. This is an
Fernando's
amazing
day.
This has been a great day, hasn't it, for Formula One? We thought the title was over.
Been a great day for Fernando.
Yeah, well, we thought the title was over with Hamilton having to start at the back. And he's back way to 5th place.
What the?
And he's only going to start 11th.
What's on his car?
Oh, no, Max, stay away from it. Stay away from him.
What's he picked up?
It's an anti-roll. Because Brazil's on a hill here, the pit lane's on a hill, so it's an anti-roll chalk. So the car won't roll out the pit lane.
I haven't seen that.
Takes the F1 sprint, and this time, unlike what he did last time out, he'll actually get to start on pole position, Megan.
Woohoo!
I think we've completely frozen once again. So if you can hear me, let me know. But it looks like our streaming software has gone nuts over here as well.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Lewis if you can hear us.
You don't touch any other cars or check them out anyway.
His teammate Nicholas.
Bono on the radio saying to Lewis, make sure you don't check out any other cars
we're
or
back.
press anything. Yeah. I tell you what, Max, respect there to Bono. They can take a laugh and they can take a joke. But that means, Megan, correct me if I'm wrong, Hamilton finishes race 5th. Let's come back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. 10th position.
That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So does he start 10th on the grid or 11th on the grid?
10th.
I can never work it out.
He starts 10th.
We'll wait for that because we can never work it out to get it right. We're having incredible issues up here in the comms box at the moment with our internet. We're trying to get it sorted. So hopefully we are still streaming. If we're not, let us know, please, as well, because we've had a systems failure. Yes, you're frozen, but we can hear you. Okay, that's great news then. So we can still be heard.
Back again.
So we've turned into a radio broadcast for the foreseeable.
Not good.
Yeah, we've completely froze, but at least we can be heard. So Megan, could you please take us through
I'm
the
not
entire...
liking these ways. It's freezing on me.
Can you take us through the results, please, then, Megs, while I fix this?
Right, so first is a Bottas.
Have you got that bat? I think we need that bat. So we're radio. We'll still be on video when it catches up, but yeah, we've had a complete freeze.
Right, so first is Bottas, second Verstappen, third, surprisingly, is Sainz, and again,
That
Ferrari
works.
being quick all the time. Fourth is Perez, fifth Hamilton, rocketing up from the back. Sixth is Norris, seventh Leclerc. Ricardo is 11th, Alonso 12th.
Let us know when we're back, by the way.
13th, 14th Stroll, 15th Tsunoda, 16th Latifi, 17th Russell, 18th Raikkonen, 19th Schumacher, and 20th is Mazepin.
Not a bad session, actually. Not a bad run. Hopefully we're back in operation.
Oh, I think we are.
We are, but it's
That's the
incredibly
check.
buggy.
That's the check.
So
It's a
that's
difficult
how it
balance.
goes
A little bit of a
at the
balance
moment.
And then, but towards the end of the race, you were matching, and then that last lap, you were quicker than Mick. So you were, yeah, I think his tyres were going too, but you were matching and quicker than him, so something to work with tomorrow.
Reassurance for Nikita.
Yeah, I think we were overbalanced a bit. I almost had him, but yeah, didn't position very well. We'll improve, and we improve for tomorrow.
Copy that.
And that, Josh, is the problems we've been having all weekend long.
Valtteri's girl.
It
Valtteri
seems
Bottas' girlfriend
yeah.
looks very bored right now.
Tiffany Cromwell. Her man's on pole position.
She's just like, yeah, where's the pole thing?
Hamilton will start 10 if not the FIA can't count. Or I can't count either, to be fair. So he starts 10th. Okay, that's great news. So that's only 21 points the gap in the championship now, though. So the battle still rages on. Hamilton did a very late manoeuvre. And if he can do that, if he can go from 20th to 5th in 24 laps, and he can easily go from 10th to 2nd or 3rd. Easy.
Maybe even first.
Yeah, easy. Right, time for the podium, but not as we know it. It's not a race. Can't call it a race, so it won't be a race. It's the Crypto.com Presentation Awards as well. Felipe Massa will host the interviews, and the drivers will be presented with medals and wreaths as well.
We should call it, instead of a podium, a sprintium. Get it?
On to the podium, or as you say, it's not really the podium, but it is the podium.
A sprintium.
Yeah, on they come then as well. Carlos Sainz starts 3rd for tomorrow's race. Felipe Massa presents him with his wreath for 3rd place. Oh, and the medals on the side. Okay, that's good then. So the medals on the side, yeah. 3rd place on the grid for tomorrow's race. Max Verstappen started on pole for the sprint, but was demoted to 2nd by a fast-starting Valtteri Bottas. That now puts Verstappen 2nd on the grid tomorrow. He has the inside line in towards the Senna S as well. No, don't drop it! Don't drop it, Carlos!
I think he's making someone catch it.
Yeah, Carlos, you need to stay on there. Max Verstappen starts 2nd on the grid tomorrow. And your pole sitter, Valtteri Bottas, then, his 20th career pole in Formula 1. He gets it back after he won the sprint race in Monza, but couldn't actually do it because he got a 5-place grid penalty. Valtteri Bottas proves that he can do it. He can help Mercedes and goes into pole position. He's still got it though, hasn't he?
He has. Just see Carlos Sainz with his messed up hair at the side, just sitting down, just like,
Well,
why did I drop it?
This makes up for Carlos Sainz, who in 2019 got his first ever podium at this track, but couldn't go on the podium because Hamilton got a penalty. So Brazil and Hamilton and penalties don't really go that way. Felipe Massa talking with Valtteri.
Traction straight away, just putting next to Max. And I was looking, I was a little bit scared that the tires will survive until the end, so you had also some battle at the end, but actually had a good traction. So what do you think about the race? The start was the main thing?
Yeah, I think exactly today the start was the key thing for me to have a good start, and we gambled a little bit with a soft tire. We knew that it would be a benefit for the start, and it worked. And then it was all about trying to survive till the end. It was quite tricky at the end, but Max still struggled to follow in some of the corners, so I'm glad it worked out perfectly.
All right, congratulations, and you have no idea how the people, I mean the fans, will really, enjoying the moment. Every single moment, all the overtakes, and especially the start. So it's nice to have them here.
Yeah, thank you for the support. It's amazing here. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Not a bad reception there overall. Humperdinck is asking, why are we discounting 10th to 1st? Because the furthest back this race has ever been won from is 8th. Max Verstappen with Felipe Massa.
A little bit of wheel spin, different, grip on the tires. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, start itself wasn't the best, but also, of course, we were on the harder compound. Yeah. So that also didn't help, especially to put the energy in, around here. Wasn't the easiest, but nevertheless, I think the pace is quite good. It's just around here, once you close up, you can't really pass, but it's okay.
I saw you struggling maybe in the last corner just to get, enough close, to be a factor with the DRS. So.
Exactly, they're fast on the straight, so you need a really good last corner to be able to pass, but today wasn't possible, but we'll try again tomorrow.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
You will also, Giancarlo Fischer-Keller won this race from 8th in 2003, the furthest back it's ever been won from at this track.
Carlos, what an amazing start you did. It was just amazing to see, how grip you had straight away, but also in the first corner. So congrats for that. And also big fight the whole race. I mean, with Checo. So just tell us what you think.
Yeah, well, the start was great. Yeah, I needed one because, starts has been a bit of a thing that I wanted to improve in the second half of the season, and to get such a good one today for sure is a good confidence booster. And yeah, then the first 3 corners I just went into the attack. I was always trying to make positions. It was a bit tight with Checo and Max, but we made it stick. From there it was suffering a bit with the soft until the end, but managed to keep Checo behind. It was always on the limit, with into turn 1, always very, very tight. I could sometimes defend, sometimes just stay on the outside, but the pace was good. We managed well the tires and we made it.
Even the grip and the pace you had with the tires, so it's also some thinking for tomorrow. No?
Yeah, it's something definitely to consider. I mean, today is quite cold. Yeah. Obviously this low track temp made a difference today to make the soft tire a bit better. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. is going to be, I think, different, but we did our calculations and it looked like they worked. So congrats to the team.
Really, really good race.
Cheers.
What a run! We've got Valtteri Bottas on pole position for the F1 sprint. Max Verstappen starts second. Carlos Sainz starts third. Lewis Hamilton started 20th, up to 5th, starts 10th for tomorrow's sprint race. Sorry, for tomorrow's main race. Megan, first, thoughts on the sprint? Second, thoughts on tomorrow? What's going to happen? Gonna have to rush it because we're on a real quick off.
Hamilton's going to go really, really quick to the, upper end of the field, yeah. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit of contact between Ferrari and Red Bull.
Fantastic. We're on air tomorrow at 4:30 for all of the action to build up. Race starts at 5 as well. Don't forget to join us for MotoGP, the last ride for Valentino Rossi as well. That's on air 12:30 tomorrow. Lights out at 1 o'clock as well. Well, thanks to Megan for your company here for the sprint race. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Do you think it's better for Perez to fall back, block Hamilton, or attack Sainz and get on the podium? I would say with the title for the constructors up there, I would say to Perez, just fight. Because if he blocks Hamilton, there's no point. Hamilton's leapfrog him.
And Josh plays, Carlos can sit there because he's a driver and it's not an actual race.
They should have all been on there, in fact.
They should have all been there, they just haven't done it.
Yeah, they haven't done that version of it before. We had a bus, then we had medals, and now we've had a podium. They just can't work out the format for the award.
So we can sit there.
Yeah. Right, that's it. Thanks for your companies. I want to quick off now. I've got 15 minutes to get changed before I'm going out to dinner. Well, thanks to you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. And what a sprint. Do you know what? If it's like that, I'm coming round to them. See you tomorrow.